Welcome back to Research Talks. In today's video, we'll be diving into the crucial stage of research, and that is data analysis, where we are going to look at how do we transform raw data into valuable insights. Data analysis comprises of several key steps or stages that we need to consider essential for us to be able to derive the meaningful conclusion from our research findings. Let's explore these stages and strategies that are involved with the real life examples. The first step or the first stage is defining the research questions and objectives. In every research study that is being conducted, there is always an objective that we want to achieve at the end of the day. And there is a question we are asking ourselves, which is answered through achieving that stated objective. So the very first step in data analysis is defining the research question and the objective. This involves formulating hypotheses and devising means on how these hypotheses will be tested. For example, let's assume if we have a research question which is, does advertising expenditure affect sales revenue? Question mark. It's a question. In that scenario, our objective will be this research study is being conducted to analyze the relationship between these variables. And we are looking at the variables of the advertising expenditure and then the sales revenue after the advertising. So we can be able to hypothesize by maybe stating it to be like increased advertising expenditure leads to high sales revenue. This usually the objective guides every research study. Step 2 is collecting data. Having looked at the objective of the study, we've looked at a research question, now we can be able to collect the data because we know the direction in which we are going to collect this data. So in this step, we collect data that is in line with our research question and objectives. This can include quantitative data, which is figures, such as the sales figures in our example, or it could be qualitative data, such as the customer feedback. We gather primary data firsthand through different data collection methods and tools, which we discussed in our previous video. If you did not watch it, you can kindly go back to this channel and you check the video where we talked about the data collection methods. There is another one of data collection tools. But at this very stage, we gather primary data through different information. It can be primary data, secondary data, whichever data you're collecting, based on your objective. That's why we started by mentioning the research objective. And this will be collected through various methods, surveys, interviews, to mention but a few. Or if it's secondary data, we can look at existing literature or a database. Step number 3 is cleaning the data that we've collected in the previous step. Once you've collected data, you have to clean it and ensure that you're working with high quality data. And this cleaning process involves removing errors, duplicates, and inconsistencies. For instance, if our dataset contains some duplicate entries, it has got some missing values, we use data cleaning techniques in order for us to rectify these issues. And now that we have cleaned our data, we can analyze it. Step 4 is analyzing data. Now, this stage, this is where we apply the appropriate techniques to analyze our data. Common categories of analysis can include descriptive analysis, diagnostic, predictive, and prescriptive analysis. For example, in the descriptive analysis, we summarize and describe key characteristics of our data. And this will allow us to make informed decisions because at the end of that day, we are going to draw meaning out of this information, out of this characteristic data that we have categorized, such as we can be able to look at the mean values. Maybe we are looking at the demographics and how this is influencing our study findings. So in the descriptive analysis, we are looking at the different characteristics that were described, and then we are analyzing the feedback. We are delving deeper into understanding the relationships and the patterns within this particular data that has been collected. And when it comes to the predictive analysis, here we tend to use historical data to identify patterns and trends that allows us to make informed predictions about future outcomes. Suppose we are analyzing customer purchase behavior. By applying predictive modeling techniques such as regression analysis or using different machine learning algorithms, we can foresee future sale trends and we anticipate what our customer preferences will be. Also, the category of the prescriptive analysis. Here we tend to go beyond just predicting future outcome, but we go ahead and we recommend actions or strategies to achieve a desired outcome. Now, building on our previous example of customer purchase behavior, prescriptive analysis may involve identifying optimal pricing strategies or targeted marketing campaigns that, at the end of the day, will help to maximize sales and customer satisfaction. And all this is we are prescribing based on what we have analyzed. By leveraging on these different categories, the predictive, prescriptive, and many other methods that we use in analysis, organizations can make data-driven decisions that drive businesses to growth and success. Now, the last stage is sharing the results and reporting. Finally, we have to share our results and findings to a given audience. And this can be through reports, presentations, publications, and many other. Clear communication of results is very essential for the stakeholders to understand the implications of your research findings. By following these stages of data analysis, all these main stages in the whole research process, we can be able to derive valuable insights that in the end will inform decision making and drive the future research. That wraps it up in today's video of data analysis. I hope you found this overview helpful. Stay tuned for more research insights and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.